What up, man? We about to get into it, man. This is your boy Rez Joe up on here, hanging out with you guys. Yeah, we're gonna talk a little boxing today. Let's just get into it, man, because these guys love to have these myths about these guys' records. So we're gonna take pretty much like a deep dive into this stuff, man, and so you guys can like hear where I'm coming from with this kind of stuff, because it's getting a little bit weird, man, and I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand where some of these guys coming from. So I was in a boxing conversation yesterday, and the conversation that I was having yesterday was about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence resume. Now, I don't have a problem with these guys' resume, and I don't have a problem with who these guys fight. And I'm a Terence Crawford fan, you know, not a fanboy, but pretty much a fan of Terence Crawford. And I'm a fan of Errol Spence. But it seems like, man, in our community, for some reason, and I'm talking about the black community, you can't like two black fighters for some reason. For some reason, if you like one black fighter and that black fighter fighting the other favorite black fighter, you got to pick one and you got to stick with that one. I don't know who made that up. I don't know where that came from, but for some reason, that seems to be legitimate. For some reason, and I'm trying to figure out what these rules is, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking yesterday to these guys, and these guys was pretty much telling me that, well, yeah, man, if you look at their resumes, they asked the question, well, who on Terence Crawford resume besides Errol Spence holds significance and whatever? So my obvious answer was like, well, Sean Porter, he's a good fighter. I'm like, what? No, I'm talking about a legendary. Sean Porter's a bum. He lost to Keith Thurman. Everybody lost. I'm like, yeah, but you talk about Keith Thurman that was beating everybody. Then I'm like, remember Terence Crawford when he came to that division, which is 147th. When he came into that weight class, he was challenging Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was injured. He didn't want to fight. So I mean. I didn't remember too. Keith Thurman also ducked out of a fight with Errol Spence. So I mean, is Errol Spence is Errol Spence also don't have a good resume because he didn't fight Keith Thurman? I mean, because Errol Spence fought Sean Porter too. Like, if you're trying to say that Sean Porter is a bum, and then or whatever, then Errol Spence don't get no credit for beating Sean Porter, because Sean Porter's a bum. Even though Sean Porter beat, and then who are you saying that Errol Spence beat? That's good, bro. Like, you're going to say Danny Garcia or somebody, So, of course, we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it and see, look at these guys' resumes, and we're going to see, like, who these guys beat, because for some reason, Terence Crawford record is not good. So let's take a look at it, bro. I'm curious about this, seriously, because these guys are saying he ain't fighting nobody but bums, even though he's about to fight Canelo right now, hey, wait a minute, they said Sean Porter's a bum, right? So Canelo must be a bum, right? Because hey, listen, man, Sean Porter lost, bro. That's basically what they saying. What they saying is Sean Porter lost, even though Sean Porter lost against pretty much the very best, in the division. I mean, Terence Crawford was the best in the 147th weight class. I mean, clearly, Errol Spence was considered at the time, even before Terence Crawford actually took the throne. Remember, Terence Crawford was the B-side in that fight. He wasn't the top dog in that fight. Terence Crawford only had one belt. Terence Crawford wasn't as popular as Errol Spence. Terence Crawford didn't have a draw as Errol Spence. Errol Spence was the man when he beat Kell Brook. And then Errol Spence went on to beat the rest of the champions. One of them was Sean Porter. Yes, yes, by some miracle, this bum was the champion in the 147th division. Yes, by some miracle. And he beat this guy, Danny Garcia, for the belt, actually. Danny Garcia will be considered a bum too by these guys' logic. So, I mean, yeah, Sean Porter have beaten him for a belt. So, but according to these guys, Danny Garcia is a bum by their logic. Danny Garcia is a bum, even because, I mean, look, this bum beat him, right? This bum Sean Porter beat him, and this bum Sean Porter. Let's see. So let's just skip past this for a second, right? Let's just skip past this for a second, and let's just go into like Errol Spence record, right? Let's see who these great guys that Errol Spence beat. So of course we know Errol Spence beat Ugas, right? Let's look at Ugas' record. I mean, whoa. Wait a minute, Ugas lost 6 times, bro. This is not an undefeated fighter. He lost 6 times. He just lost again against Mario Barrios, bro. What? What is going on, bro? He just lost against Mario Barrios, bro. Now, he did beat Pacquiao, but he beat a very old Pacquiao, but we give him credit for that. You know, he was on a win streak when he fought Errol Spence. I could give him credit for that. I don't think Ugas a bum, by the way. And he did have a belt, right? Right, but wait a minute. Hold up for a second. Wait a minute. Who was this guy? Who did he get this loss to by a split decision? Is this Sean Porter? Is this Sean Porter, the same Sean Porter, the bum? Oh, so Sean Porter beat Ugas, right? So that's where one of those losses. So Sean Porter, the so-called bum that Terence Crawford knocked down 2 times and TKO'd. Yeah, this same Sean Porter right here just beat, you know, Ugas. You know, the one that you guys give Errol Spence all this credit for. Yeah. So I thought Sean Porter would have been a legitimate answer to say like, oh yeah, Terence Crawford beat Sean Porter. That's a pretty good guy to have on your resume. It's a good name. But no, he's a bum. Oh, he's a bum. So Ugas a bum too, then, right? Right? Let's see the other guy. And Danny Garcia is also a bum then, right? Even though he had a belt too, he's a title holder too. He's a bum too, right? I mean, he's 37-4. I think that's a good record. He only got 1 KO, but you know, that's against Errol Spence. But that's not even against Errol Spence, bro. It's not even against Errol Spence, bro. He got 1 KO, but I mean, according to them, he's a bum. He's a bum because he lost to Sean Porter. So he's a bum, according to these guys. So I mean, so these is 2 bums right here. I mean, I can ask the same question. I mean, besides Terence Crawford, who on Errol Spence record that's not a bum. I mean, besides Terence Crawford. Let's take a look. I mean, because Luka's a bum, Danny Garcia's a bum, because they lost against this bum. I mean, I'm not using this triangle theory. They are. I'm not. It's not me, guys. I'm not using the triangle theory right now. These guys are. So that's be using these guys' logic. Okay, let's look at Mikey Garcia. Oh, Mikey Garcia lost 2 times. He's a bum. I mean, he won 40 fights. He should be legendary, but he's a bum. He lost his last fight that he had, bro, against some guy I never even heard of, bro. You can't even look this guy up, bro. I mean, so he lost. He a bum. I mean, he's a bum, guys. Even though when he fought Errol Spence, he was like 39-0. He's a bum. Or 40-0, I think. He's 40-0. Fought Errol Spence, bro. No, he was like 39-0. He won at Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas. He was also a bum. Can't even look these guys up. Hold up, I think you can. No. Let's go into it. We're gonna get Errol Spence right here this way. So I mean, these three bums right here, these three bums right here don't count according to these guys. I mean, the only one that counts is Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is the only one on Errol Spence's resume that's not a bum. You know, no losses. 41-0, bro. He's the only one that he encountered that's not a bum, y'all. The rest of these guys is losers, bro. Anyway, let's go to this guy, bro. Oh, bum, man. He's a straight bum. Even though, you know, I give Errol Spence credit for beating this guy. But according to the guys I was talking to, he would be definitely a bum. I mean, look who he lost to, bro. He lost to Tim Tszyu, bro. Like, bum. I mean, Tim Tszyu just lost his championship. He's a bum, bro. He lost his championship. I mean, look who this guy losing to, bro. He's straight bum. Straight bum. Even though Errol Spence is one of the only guys that beat him, but according to these guys, right, he fought after he fought Errol Spence, he went on a winning streak and then lost again, and then won again, then he lost 2 more fights. So I mean, according to these guys, he's a bum. Oh no, he's not I mean, he's not a bum because Errol Spence fought him. So he's not a bum. Okay. I got you, man. I got you, bro. I got you, Spence. So that would be one guy because he went on. Lamont Peterson, bro. Bum, man. Lamont Peterson, bum. I mean, he even lost 2 more fights after he fought Errol Spence. He a bum. He's a straight bum, bro. Even though he's 35-6 and had 1 draw, I mean, pretty much everybody, you know, I mean, pretty much, I think that's a real good record, but he have been KO'd 4 times, but so he's, you know, chinny in my book, but I think it's a good record, pretty good record. I mean, you fought everybody, but nah, he's a bum, man. You know, you fight everybody and then you come up short because you fighting everybody. You a bum. You know, you're not avoiding fights. You know, you want to fight the best. And you come up short because you're fighting somebody that's better than you. Yeah, you's a bum, bro. You know, so yeah, man. So he's a bum, y'all. Yeah, so this don't count. And he lost to Danny Garcia, who's a bum. You know, Danny Garcia's a bum, y'all. So I mean, he lost to Danny Garcia, man. He's a bum. Okay, he beat Kell Brook. A lot of people give Errol Spence credit for beating Kell Brook, taking his belt. I definitely give him the credit as well. But look at this, man. He lost 3. Oh, he got 3 KOs. Bump. Oh my God. Oh, I'm glad I got the epiphany when I was talking to these guys on BFTV. That now I know you a bum if you got 3 losses, even though you won 40 times. You a bum with 28 KO. Bum. Doesn't matter. You a bum, bro. You straight bum, man. You lost to Terence Crawford too. Oh, bum. You a bum. You got TKO by Terence Crawford. Bum. Oh, you got knocked out by Errol Spence. Bum. And you got TKO by Gani Golovkin. Then you lost to Errol Spence right after that. Now, I mean, this would be like a handicap. You just went into a weight division that you really not really supposed to be in, and then you got dominated by one of the by one of the most brutal middleweights in that we probably ever seen. I mean, this is what these guys say. It's way worse than freaking middleweights and Triple G. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he got dominated by Golovkin, got TKO. Then he went on and fought Spence and got KO. Oh man, he's a bum, straight bum. Even though he went on the three, even though he beat 3 fighters before he fought Terence Crawford. I mean, you would think that, like look at this, bro. He got beat the shit out of by Triple G, TKO. Then right after that, he fought Errol Spence and got KO. I mean, I don't even know how would you think this fight is even going to go, bro? You fought 2 A-level fighters, bro. I mean, you think he'll get credit for that, but no, these guys got to say he a bum, bro. You know, I mean, but this is the fight that Errol Spence get credit for. But according to these guys' logic, he technically a bum. You know, he's technically a bum. And plus, Terence Crawford fought him, so he got to be a bum. I mean, because everybody that Terence Crawford fought is a bum automatically. Everybody that fought Terence Crawford fought is a bum except Errol Spence automatically, according to these guys. So Because these guys like to say like, oh, well, he wasn't the same fighter. I mean, when he fought Terence Crawford, he wasn't the same fighter. Oh, so he was the same fighter when Errol Spence fought him, even though he got dominated by Triple G. He got dominated by Triple G, got stopped, and then he was the same fighter when in the very next fight, in the very next year when he fought Errol Spence. He was right. So he recovered from this, even though he fought him next, right? Which one is more of a recovery? Fighting Errol, getting dominated, and then fighting him, right, in the very next year, which is the very next fight, or getting KO'd and then beat this guy, then fight him. He got KO'd in 2017. He fought Terence Crawford in 2020. Which one is the more confident and a more recovered Kell Brook? The one that got dominated by a damn middleweight, or the one that got KO'd and beat 3 guys 3 years later, and you in the same weight division that you won a championship, that you originally won a championship in? Which one is the more better and more recovered fighter? 3 years, 1 year. Big guy, little guy. Like, which one? Yeah, I mean, of course, all logic would say, oh yeah, when he beat 3 guys and he fought, and when he got KO'd by the little guy, and then he went on and beat 3 other guys, which got his confidence up, and then now he's fighting a smaller guy, which is Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is a smaller guy. So he's more recovered. So I think that would be the better Kell Brook. In my eyes, I think that would be the better Kell Brook. But no, Kell Brook's a bum, because whenever Terence Crawford fights you, you automatically a bum. Oh, then right after he fought Terence Crawford and lost, which means that if he would have fought anybody less than Terence Crawford, he probably would have won. If he fought anybody less than Terence Crawford, he probably would have won. Now, the proof of that is he did fight somebody that was less than Terence Crawford. That is pretty good, which is basically a real good boxer, which is Amir Khan. Then he beat Amir Khan. TKO'd him, in fact. Even though Amir Khan is chinny, it doesn't matter. Amir Khan got boxing skills, pretty much. Amir Khan can win the fight. He's not a bum. I mean, to me, he's not a bum. But you guys like to say everybody's a bum. So, to me, he's not a bum. For me, he's pretty good. And to me, I would think if he had this win streak and fought somebody like Amir Khan, and I could probably even put Errol Spence for the rematch, he probably would have been more motivated to win. But because you put Terence Crawford in the mix, that was like too high of a level. And the proof of that would be the fight that Terence Crawford had with Errol Spence, where he beat the shit out of Errol Spence and he beat the shit out of fucking Kell Brook. TKO both of them. So that the common denominator is that Terence Crawford talent level is above theirs. So it would have been a better fight for him to fight somebody less than Terence Crawford, and he wouldn't have got this L. Proof of that is he did fight somebody less than Terence Crawford in the Amir Khan and TKO'd Amir Khan. But you guys don't want to hear logic. You guys want to just hate on Bud, and say, and rather say Kell Brook's a bum. I don't think he's a bum, and I don't think he was a bum when he fought Terence Crawford. I just think that he ran into the wrong dude, bro. Because had he fought anybody else, he would have won, in my eyes. And I seen that fight, and in my eyes, that Kell Brook would have beat anybody else other than Terence Crawford in that division, and that's including except Bouts or somebody like that. But that's including Jesse Vargas' ass too. All right, let's go here. Not Vargas. What's that guy name? I'm not gonna go there. Ugas and all these guys, Danny Garcia and all them guys too. But let's go. Let's see. I mean, these guys not bums. Bundu? Nah, I don't think. Oh, well, he's a bum, bro. Bundu's a bum, man. Like, listen, Bundu lost 2 times. Bum. I don't think Bundu was a bum, but I mean, according to these guys, he's a bum. I don't even like these guys. according to these guys, man, these guys is bums, man. Like you can't. It's not looking good for Errol Spence, bro. It's not looking good, man. Who on this thing is? Look at these guys. These guys is not like. Look at these guys, bro. Look at these guys. I mean, I just gave you all of the names. These is all of the names. I mean, Terence Crawford is the only one that don't got a defeat on his record at all. He don't got no draws. He don't got no defeats. You know what I'm saying? Look at Terence Crawford record. All wins. All dubs, bro. All dubs. All right. So I mean, I could pretty much say the same thing. Since we are not giving fighters any credit for wins, I could say the exact same thing about Errol Spence then, right? Right? Because I gotta say the exact same thing. Because Kell Brook automatically a bum. Why Kell Brook's automatically a bum? Because Terence Crawford beat Kell Brook. Matter of fact, I can make the argument, which I just did, that Terence Crawford beat a better Kell Brook. Facts. All facts. Bro, I can literally make that argument, bro. Now, a lot of you, see, this is the other thing, too. A lot of you want to downplay Shawn Porter, but guess who else beat Shawn Porter? Guess who else beat Shawn Porter, bro? And I ain't hear none of you guys say none of this stuff. Errol Spence beat Shawn Porter, bro. In a split decision, bro. It wasn't a TKO, wasn't a KO. He beat Shawn Porter in a split decision. It was a close fight. Matter of fact, the fight was so close. After that, Shawn Porter was asking for a rematch. Matter of fact, he was saying it multiple times: rematch. And on his podcast, these old retirement rumors y'all keep coming up with. He was saying that, well, the only fight that I want to fight is against Errol Spence. The rematch. That was what he was saying. But you guys like to try to say, well, no, Shawn Porter really wasn't training for Terence Crawford. If Shawn Porter wasn't training for Terence Crawford, he wasn't training for Terence Crawford? Okay. So when Shawn Porter came, when Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford were sitting across each other, and Shawn Porter came with his shirt off, showing his muscles and saying that he was in the best shape of his life, that's not training for Terence Crawford? Because and then y'all say, well, Shawn Porter said he didn't want to tell his father that he wanted to retire, so that means he wasn't taking the fight serious. Okay, so Shawn Porter is a liar then, right? Because either he was lying to Terence Crawford and everybody that was watching that interview when he said he was in the best shape of his life, and he definitely wanted to beat Terence Crawford. So either he was lying when he was saying that, or he's lying now that he lost. I mean, let's just appeal to motivations. Where is it more logical for you to lie? Is it more logical for you to lie before you about to fight and you hyping yourself up, or is logical for you to lie after you got beat and now you need an excuse of why you got beat? Because technically it is an excuse. I don't hear none of you guys. You guys love to talk about, well, Deontay Wilder be making all these excuses, and you look, yeah, and Ryan Garcia makes all these excuses, even though Ryan Garcia is a racist piece of shit. But all these guys, they make all Devin Haney, he makes so many excuses. Yeah, so what about the PEDs? So what? I see people beat people with PEDs all the time. Why are you making an excuse about that? Now, but Shawn Porter, he's not making an excuse. When Shawn Porter say nonsense talking about, oh, well, I wanted to retire, but I didn't want to tell my dad, and that's why I lost this fight. Shawn Porter is basically saying, oh, had I not wanted to retire, I would have beat Bud. That's an excuse, bro. Oh, I wasn't taking the fight serious. I really wanted to retire. This is my way out. I would have beat Bud if it wasn't for that. Oh, even though you were saying you was in the best shape of your life, even though you came to the thing saying with your shirt off and all that nonsense. Oh, you forgot that we seen you do that, bro? Which one are you? When was you? One of them is a lie because it's a contradiction. Either you was training for the fight and you was happy about the results. That's why you came with your shirt off, saying you was in the best shape of your life. You was going to definitely win. Or you're lying to us now that you lost, and now you got an excuse, and nobody's calling it out because you're retired now. And it's not cool to call it out, right? Because it's Bud. Because it's Bud for real. Facts. Now check this out. Check this out, bro. Bud beat him TKO, bro. Stopped him, bro. Daddy had to stop the fight, bro. Daddy had to save his ass, bro. His daddy ain't feel the need to save his ass in a split decision. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it, bro. We don't gotta keep this up. We don't gotta keep this up. But Shawn Porter's a bum, even though he got your boy in a split decision. Bum though. Shawn Porter's a bum, even though he fought Errol Spence, who's knocking out everybody, to a split decision, right? I mean, Errol Spence beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia. He could have knocked him out, but he beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia with his own little style. Outboxed him with it, won by unanimous decision. Couldn't do that to Shawn Porter though. And all that, and all these excuses talking about, oh no, he just wanted to show Shawn Porter he could bang with him and all this and that. Okay, he should have knocked him out then. That's how you show a superiority, that you could bang with somebody. You knock him out. You stop him. Couldn't do that, bro. Couldn't do that, bro. And guess what? Shawn Porter beat. Guess what? Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Who that? Who that? Ugas. Who that? Danny Garcia. What we talking about, bro? TKO Broto. He only lose, and then this guy, oh, he lost to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was beating the shit out of everybody. He was 26-0. Keith Thurman only lost one time. He's 31-1, bro. What are you talking about? He only lost to Manny Pacquiao. He beat the shit out of fucking Mario Barrios. What is you guys talking about, bro? Keith Thurman beat all these guys. Y'all niggas on crack? That's why Errol Spence and Terence Crawford wanted to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was the top dog at 147. What part don't y'all fuckers understand? Just because he took a long layoff doesn't matter. He's 31-1, bro. Y'all talking about Keith Thurman like he was a bum. Definitely wasn't. I mean, he lost to Manny Pacquiao in a split decision, and he was literally outboxing Manny Pacquiao like in the first part of the fight, bro. I mean, honestly, it kind of could have even been like Manny Pacquiao was start beating him in the end, but honestly, it could have been a draw. You know what I'm saying? Had Keith Thurman had a bigger name, and had he not been fighting Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is a legendary fighter. What is we talking about, bro? What is we doing? What is we doing, bro? Keith Thurman is 26-0, bro. That's all I gotta even say about that shit, man. Like, what the fuck is we talking about? Definitely not a bum by y'all category. Definitely not a bum by y'all category, because Keith Thurman is 31-1. Errol Spence is not a bum, and he's only 28-1. Keith Thurman got more wins than Errol Spence, bro. Stop even trying to argue with me about that. So that's not even an argument to say, well, Shawn Porter lost to Keith Thurman. What the fuck is you talking about? Keith Thurman is 31. You do know Keith Thurman got a better record than your boy. By the numbers, technically speaking. Hold on. Check this out, bro. Hold on. Check this out, bro. 1 KO. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Hold on. 0, bro. What is you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Oh, man, he had a long layoff, man. He ain't fighting nobody. Man, he fought Pacquiao, bro. What are you talking about? He fought Danny Garcia, bro. What are you talking about? He fought Shawn Porter, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We fought. Only people you could say he didn't fight was fucking Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, bro. Keith Thurman was the man. I don't know. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care what you guys like about it. Keith Thurman was the man at 147th, bro. Get over it. 23 KOs, 31 wins, only one loss to Manny Pacquiao. Stop lying to yourself, bro, and stop being a hater. He ducked Errol Spence. Yes, he did. It's pretty much like the only person he ducked. He was injured when Terence Crawford was calling him out. You guys bigged up the fight with the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight. Not to say I didn't too, because I wanted to see that fight. But let's not get it fucked up, bro. Keith Thurman was the motherfucking man at 147th, bro. Let's not get it fucked up, bro. Keith Thurman would have beat the shit out of Kell Brook. Anyway, so yeah, your boy only lost against the top dog in the fucking division at this time. So I mean, 26-0, bro. Like I don't even know what I don't even know why I'm even have to fucking explain this shit, man. Like I don't even know why I gotta explain this shit. A nigga sitting up here saying you lost to Keith Thurman as if that's some like you lost to a bum or something. That's the most I never heard nothing that retarded in my life. That just shows you just a hater to me. Like I don't like he lost to Keith Thurman. He lost against the top guy in the division. He lost to Errol Spence. Oh, he lost against the other top guy in the division? That means he's fighting everybody then, right? Oh, he lost to Terence Crawford. Yeah, oh, he lost against the other top guy in the division. The top guy that's about to beat the other top guy in the division. Oh, so he's fighting everybody then. He's not ducking people. I mean, I never heard of this shit, bro. Like, basically, these niggas is calling people bums for fighting everybody. They calling Sean Porter a bum because he fought everybody. I'm gonna be real with you. Sean Porter's resume is deeper than a lot of these guys' resumes, bro. Bro, he fought Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Ugas, Garcia, Andre Berto, Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner, Kell Brook, Paulie Maliaggi. What is we talking about with Keith Thurman being a bum? What the fuck is we talking about, bro? I mean, you guys love talking all this best fight the best nonsense. Now here it is, a guy trying to fight the best, and you guys are saying he's a bum for it. And he's beating some of these guys. He beat Danny Garcia unanimously. He beat Andre Berto where Andre Berto was the man. Unanimously. Came up short against Keith Thurman. Beat Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is not a bum, bro. I don't care what y'all say, bro. Adrian Broner is not a bum. 35-5, bro. What is we doing? 24 KOs. What is we doing? Never been knocked out. What is we doing? Another guy that fought everybody. I'm starting to think a lot of you guys are just haters and don't watch boxing. Y'all just watch this Pacific fighters to talk shit. Y'all don't even watch boxing for real. I think y'all just started watching boxing in 2015. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think y'all just started watching boxing. A lot of y'all. I think y'all just started watching boxing 2012 or some shit. Maybe 2018 is when y'all started watching boxing, bro. I think I'm gonna be real with a lot of y'all. Because if y'all saying Keith Thurman wasn't the man at 147, you guys don't know shit about boxing. The controversy behind Keith Thurman is not him is being a bum. The controversy behind Keith Thurman is him not fighting the guys we want him to fight. That's the controversy behind Keith Thurman. Not he's a bum, not he can't fight, not he's scared of people. Keith Thurman issue is Keith Thurman. That's his issue. He talked too much shit. And he's not fighting. He's not giving us the fights that we want, which is Errol Spence. Is really the only one, honestly. I'm gonna be real with you about that. It's really the only one is Errol Spence. That's the only one. And Errol Spence is the one right now saying he don't want to fight Keith Thurman. So I mean, so get mad at your boy now. But Sean Porter is not a bum. So when I say Sean Porter, I mean all that whole conversation when the niggas say, besides Errol Spence, who on Terence Crawford record? Soon I said Sean Porter, it's the whole conversation should have stopped. But no, Sean Porter got to be a bum because he lost to Keith Thurman, the top guy in the division. Oh, because he's not ducking people and he's basically patenting his fucking record or stacking his record against other bums. Clown shit, bro. Niggas be hating, man. That's all you gotta say, bro. Niggas be hating, bro. And remember, I still got Errol Spence as my number 2. So this is definitely not an Errol Spence hate video. I got Errol Spence number 2, bro, overall, over everybody. Because I don't got none of these other guys beating Errol Spence. That's including Devin Haney in them. Because all of those guys is claiming that they're going to go to 147. I don't got none of those guys beating Errol Spence at 147. Right now, I don't. Don't got Devin Haney beating Errol Spence at 147. Don't got Ryan Garcia beating Errol Spence at 147. I don't got none of those guys if they think they're going to go to 147 beating Errol Spence, including bouts. That's why he number 2. Anyway, man. So let's get to it. Let's get to it, bro. So all these guys is bums, according to these guys. Lamont Peterson, bum. Kell Brook, a bum. Bondu, bum. I mean, who on Errol Spence record besides Terence Crawford? That's not a bum. I mean, what, Errol Spence got to fight Canelo for him to have a deep resume? This is how stupid you guys be sounding when y'all say some of this stupid ass shit, man. For real. This is how dumb y'all be sounding, bro. Terence Crawford is 41-0. Never been knocked the fuck out, bro. 31 KOs, bro. 31 KOs. Let that fucking sink in your fucking heads, man. 31 KOs, bro. 41 wins, bro. What is you talking about? Get out of here. Stop talking to me. Don't talk to me about no niggas records, bro. He just beat your boy with this immaculate record. That's not even better than his record, bro. He just beat Sean Porter, bro. What is y'all talking about? And I don't want to hear that nonsense about, well, Sean Porter really didn't want to fight. And you know, he didn't really want to fight him, man. And you know what I'm saying? Sean Porter said he was in the best shape of his life. Came over there with his shirt off, saying that he want to beat Terence Crawford. I don't give a fuck about us being friends. Facts. All facts. To the point where I was like, God damn, Sean Porter might beat Terence Crawford. That's how big he is, bro. Terence Crawford got his shirt on, man. He ain't trying to flex with Sean. Bro, Terence Crawford wasn't even trying to flex with Sean, bro. Terence Crawford ain't even talking shit to Sean, bro. This nigga came with his shirt off and shit. Best shape of his life. And Sean Porter, bitch ass, wouldn't have retired neither if he would have beat Terence Crawford. All that cap, big cap. All that, I didn't want to tell my dad I was about to retire. Big cap. He would have beat Terence Crawford. He would still be out here fighting. He would be the biggest name out here. It would have been the rematch with him and Errol Spence, bro. Big cap. Kell Brook already explained it, bro. He only lost 3 times. And when he fought Terence Crawford, Terence Crawford fought a way better Kell Brook than Errol Spence, because Kell Brook just got his ass beat by Triple G. You guys were saying Canelo. Amir Khan got knocked out by Canelo. Kell Brook just got TKO'd by Triple G. Got his ass beat. Then he went and fought Errol Spence, which is the smaller guy, and got KO'd. He should never even went up there and fought Triple G in the first place. Then he fought a smaller guy, thinking he about to get something off of Errol Spence's name, because Errol Spence was calling him out. Then he got his ass KO'd. Then he went on to beat 3 other dudes. Then he fought Terence Crawford after he got his confidence up. And he recovered. Cut the games. Then right after that, 2 years later, he beat Amir Khan, bro. What is we do? What is, man, like, stop this stupid shit, man. What is we doing, bro? Which means that, had he fought anybody else, he probably would have beat him. It's just that he ran against my boy. That's all. Y'all gonna stop playing with my nigga name, man. Stop playing with Bud's name, bro. Stop. Stop playing with his name, bro. He's the common denominator, nigga, behind all these niggas. All these niggas look good until he get to this guy. All that, oh man, who Terence Crawford made look bad? Your boy Sean. Who he made look bad? Your boy Errol. Man, who he made look bad? Your boy Kel. Man, I ain't even gonna talk about what he did to Amir. And then y'all be trying to play like Jeff Horn a bum, right? Jeff Horn got 20 wins. He only lost 3 times, bro. He got 3 KOs because he actually go to fucking wars. He just fought Tim Tszyu, bro. Got TKO, bro. He's still out here banging. Y'all trying to play on his name. Y'all lames. Y'all lames. And he beat your boy. And he beat your boy Pacquiao, bro. Who beat Keith Thurman unanimously, bro. All that. Oh no, he really did. He won. He won. He won. I looked at it 3 times. He won. Then he went on to beat another dude, TKO. And he was 17-1. Ran against my boy. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens. Ran against my nigga. That's what happens. Got his ass TKO. Then what he do after that? What he do after that? KO this guy 155. What are we talking about, man? Fuck are we talking about? What we doing? He was 48 and 8. Anthony Mondun, bro, is on all Anthony Mondun is on all our video games. Niggas don't act like they don't want to know him and all that shit. Fuck y'all, man. He's on all y'all video games. Y'all some clowns. He's on Fight Night, bro. Y'all some clowns. 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 Jeff Horn KO'd his ass. Then he got beat by this dude. He got beat by this dude. Okay, I got you. He should have never went up in that weight class in the first place. Then he got beat by this dude. Y'all think he a bum? Y'all think he a bum? Look at his record, bro. 33-5. Definitely not bum. And check this out. Check this out. He had 2 fights with Jeff Horn. Beat Jeff Horn, TKO. And then they did a rematch. Jeff Horn beat him. Which means that Jeff Horn is definitely not a bum. He's still out here banging. Still out here banging. Clowns. I don't even got to say no more. Clowns. Definitely not a bum there. I mean, unless you're going to say Uga's a bum. I mean, unless you're going to say all these guys I just named was bums on Errol's record. Unless you're going to say Bundu's a bum. But I don't know how can you even say like Jeff Horn's a bum. He's still active and he's still winning fights. I don't even know how you get. When Terence Crawford fought him, he was 18-0. Terence Crawford fought in Dungo. He was 22-0. He a bum now. That's what happens when you fight my nigga. He exposed your ass. Victor Postal, 28-0. Say he a bum now. He ain't even a bum now. He's 32-5. He don't need. Let me stop, man. Let me stop, bro. Ricky Barnes, I really don't understand the Ricky Barnes shit, bro. I really don't understand Ricky Barnes. Ricky Barnes, HBO was praising this guy like he was like the second, he was the great white hope. Something, man. Terence Crawford got a hold of him, he was over with. He's still banging though. Ricky Barnes is still banging. Still banging. His last fight was 2 years ago, 2023. TKO. TKO really lit my He was 42-5 at the time. Great record. But you know, according to you guys, nah, he a bum. He's a bum. He's a bum. He's a bum because the guy that Terence Crawford beat him, so he's a bum. Triangle theory, bum. Definitely not in my book, but in you guys' book, because you guys don't know boxing. Y'all want to just call everybody a bum because they took a L. This is just retarded, bro. Retarded. So yeah, Terence Crawford. So yes, Terence Crawford definitely don't have bums on his record. You know, he beat this guy. All these guys call this guy DoorDash over there. So check this out. I think that's pretty funny, man. But he just really just got started. So he's definitely not a bum. I mean, he only lost to Terence Crawford and Virgil Ortiz. I mean, he lost to 2 undefeated champions, man, like undefeated fighters. So, what we talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about? And really, honestly, the reason why he lost to Virgil Ortiz because I think Virgil Ortiz pretty much weight bullied his ass. I'm gonna be honest about that. And I think really he would instead of him doing what he was doing with Terence Crawford, he decided to fight Virgil Ortiz fight. Virgil Ortiz didn't have to chase him around the ring. He was right in Virgil Ortiz's face, and he wasn't being all awkward. He wasn't using that awkward style he was using against Terence Crawford. When he was fighting Terence Crawford fought a harder he fought a harder well, I'm gonna call him DoorDash. Fuck it. He fought a harder DoorDasher, Madrimov. He fought a harder Madrimov than Virgil Ortiz, bro. Virgil Ortiz would not have beaten the Madrimov that Terence Crawford fought. That guy would have beat the shit out of Virgil Ortiz, slow ass. Facts. Don't care what nobody say. Facts. Styles make fights. And had he came with that same style he fought Terence Crawford with, he would have beat Virgil. Virgil too slow. He can't do nothing with that. Facts. He decided that he wanted to fight Virgil Ortiz because he thought he was just stronger than him and he was just going to bully him. Virgil Ortiz came in there way bigger. Facts. So I bet Virgil Ortiz won't run that back. Bet he won't do that. Anyway, let's go. Now a lot of you guys gonna be like, no, I bet Terence Crawford won't run it back. Terence Crawford beat the shit out of him. I don't know what the fuck are you talking about? He beat the shit out of him in his best style. Why should he run it back? He beat him in his best style. he beat a switch hitter being a switch hitter. What are you talking about? He beat him with his best style, bro. He did not beat a switch hitter when he fought Virgil Ortiz. He was sitting up there with his hands cuffed in front of Virgil Ortiz's face, trying to crack with him. Let Virgil Ortiz fight him in his best style. Let's see if he fight that. Let's see if he can beat the irky jerky shit. Bet he can't. Facts. Let's go, man. Anyway, bro. So yeah, Terence Crawford just beat this dude, beat the shit out of him. I don't know why these guys trying to play like Terence Crawford, because he did some little pop shot shit. Like, oh, okay, hit him in the face a couple times. Whoop-de-doo. Terence Crawford hit him in the face a bunch of times. Face, body, wherever the fuck else you want to say he hit him at. Hit him all over. Beat the shit out of this dude. Beat Errol Spence. We all know that. That's my boy though. Errol Spence still the truth. Facts. Beat this guy. I ain't like that fight. Beat Sean Porter. We all know. Beat Kell Brook. We all know. Beat Amir Khan. We all know. Beat this guy. All TKOs, by the way. KO, TKO, 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 TKO. Unanimous decision. And he about to fight Alvarez. Shit, might be TKO, bro. I don't know. It might be unanimous decision though. I'll give him that. You know, Alvarez too big, man. Might be a unanimous decision. Right? But if he beat Alvarez, is we gonna say Alvarez a bum? I mean, because technically these guys can make an argument and say Alvarez a bum. They could really say Canelo is a bum. Facts, right? They say Canelo's a bum, right? Even though Canelo got all the belts, so Canelo will be, so he's technically like the undisputed champion right now. So if Terence Crawford beat him, Terence Crawford will be the undisputed champion at super middleweight. But Canelo is a bum, so I mean, because everybody Terence Crawford fight is automatically a bum, except Errol Spence. He's the only one that's not a bum. These guys, I mean, these guys' logic is retarded, bro. Like I don't see nothing different. Do y'all? Danny Garcia lost to Sean Porter. Ugas lost to Sean Porter, and Errol Spence beat Sean Porter. Okay, but he lost to Terence Crawford. Okay. Terence Crawford beat Sean Porter, who beat Danny Garcia, who beat Ugas. And he beat Errol Spence, who beat all of them. How is his record? How is his resume trash now? These guys are saying Terence Crawford's resume is trash. How? How? How, bro? How? They saying Terence Crawford don't got no names on his resume, so Amir Khan is not a name. Errol Spence is not a name. Okay, I'm not gonna put Errol Spence in it. Sean Porter's not a name. Kell Brook's not a name. Amir Khan's not a name. Jeff Horn's still beating niggas' ass is not a name. Like, what is we doing? What are we doing? At the time, Terence Crawford was a 140 pounder. That's not Terence Crawford's fault that he was a 140 pounder, and these was the guys that was available, or these were the champions that was available. Victor Postal, he wasn't the name of the 140 pounds. Okay, I got you. Gamboa wasn't the name. What is we doing? Now these guys wanted, now Gamboa at the time. Right. Take care of something. So that's what's going on, bro. So yeah, man, these guys just want to shit. These guys just want to shit on people. 2 times undisputed. If he beat Canelo, he'd be 3 times undisputed. I mean, he's already a Hall of Fame fighter. Now, what Terence Crawford is saying about Errol Spence, about him not being a Hall of Fame fighter, I could basically make this same argument to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, how's Errol Spence not a Hall of Fame fighter when the same guys that you beat, that solidifying your record, Errol Spence beat him, and sometimes he beat him first, and sometimes he beat him at more dramatic, in a more dramatic way. You never fought Ugas. Number 1, you never fought Danny Garcia. Number 2, which will be avenging your amateur record. You did beat Sean Porter, who beat both of them. That's what solidified you. So you basically saying that Sean Porter's a bum, and you basically saying that Errol Spence is a bum, which means that you don't have nothing but bums on your record. These guys do not understand this nonsense, bro. And I think Terence Crawford listened to his fans who don't know boxing instead of listening to his fans who do know boxing. Terence Crawford, you can't say Errol Spence is a bum. You can't say Errol Spence is not a Hall of Famer when Errol Spence is on your resume. And Errol Spence is the most decorated fighter on your resume. Because that means you would have to fight all of these guys. Dum dum. I mean, you're gonna have to. I mean, okay, then who are you? Who is on your resume that's not a bum? That's a Hall of Famer. Because you're basically saying, oh well, I haven't fought any Hall of Famers. Well, you can't be a Hall of Famer then. You haven't fought any. You haven't beat any. That ain't how it go. You can't be a Hall of Famer and don't beat no Hall of Famers. Dum dum. They don't say, oh, well, you in the Hall of Fame because you better than everybody else. Because they're going to go, well, you just won because there wasn't another guy that was just as good as you that you fought. You fought in a division full of bums. Because according to you, you're saying all of them is bums. All of them should just not be pros. They bums. So why is you a Hall of Famer? You were just in the era where there was a bunch of bums. The Hall of Famers fought Hall of Famers. Terence Crawford just as bad as the fans. He's just as dumb as the fans. That's why I don't listen to Terence Crawford. Because I never heard even Errol Spence even say nothing that stupid. But yeah. And I'm a Bud and I'm a Terence Crawford fan, bro. I've been saying that Terence Crawford is better than all of these guys. But a lot of stuff Terence Crawford be saying is stupid. But there you guys have it, man. I mean, I just would like for you guys to think about some of this stuff y'all be saying, man, out y'all mouth, man. Because it don't make sense, bro. All right? So this is Rez Joe, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys understand really where I was even coming from with this. I hope you guys think before you talk. You know, because all this calling people bums and because they lost fights, that just basically make these fighters talk stupid too. Like I said, for example, Terence Crawford is saying stupid shit like Errol Spence is not a fucking Hall of Famer, even though Errol Spence had won more titles than him in that division. He's saying Errol Spence is not a Hall of Famer because he beat him. Then technically, then you basically saying everybody that you beat was a bum, which means that you're not a Hall of Famer because you didn't beat any. You wasn't even in the ring with a Hall of Famer, according to you. So you're not a Hall of Famer. You don't have no accolades then, because everybody you beat is bums, according to you. Because you're saying the only reason why you're saying Errol Spence is not in the Hall of Fame because you beat him. Then you want to then another thing Terence Crawford said too. He was saying like, oh, but yeah, that wasn't my like my hardest fight. Something he was trying to say. Basically, he's just trying to downplay the fight. What is you talking about? Okay, so now you're trying to, because if you're going to downplay the fight, that means now you admitting that you didn't fight that you didn't even fight the best Errol Spence. You didn't fight the best version of Errol Spence. Because you're basically saying that you fought the bum version of Errol Spence because you're calling him a bum, number one, and then you're saying like, oh well, yeah, you know what, that wasn't even like my hardest fight, and that was like I had a harder fight. I said, yeah, but we know Errol Spence is definitely better than the guy that you're talking about that is your harder fight. So you're basically saying at this point that you didn't even fight the best version of Errol Spence. That's what you're saying. So now everybody's going to call for the rematch, which you said no to. These guys just don't be thinking, bro. I don't know why these guys don't think. These guys just do not be thinking at all, bro. They just say the wildest. They just say the wildest shit, man. Like I don't even know what was even on his mind when he said that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he just came out of nowhere. You think Errol Spence is a tough? And he's like, no, I don't think he's. No, I don't think he's Hall of Fame. What? Why? And they can't even come up with a reason of why he's not Hall of Fame. Because I guess at this point he probably just like, holy shit. I'm saying that I didn't fight a Hall of Fame fighter. I'm a fan of Errol Spence. If you're a fan of him, then you would know that he's a Hall of Fame fighter, bro, by definition. Let me try to find something real fast. Because if you're saying because you're saying like, oh well, this fight wasn't that hard, right? This fight wasn't that hard, and hold up, that's not it. Hold up. Let's get to it. I think this is it. That's not it. Let's get to it. Okay, let's get to my point. So if you're saying the fight is not that hard, Terence, then you're saying you didn't fight the best version of Errol Spence, bro. Right? So if you're saying you didn't fight the best version of Errol Spence, you giving Errol Spence the excuse of, well, he didn't fight the best version of me. He fought a knockoff version of me. Which means that give Errol Spence and Errol Spence fans a legitimate reason to call for a rematch. And if you don't take the rematch, that give them also the right to say you're ducking. Bro, these guys don't be thinking, man. Because then in the same breath, he be like, I don't have to fight him. Yes, you do, because you just said you don't have to fight. You ain't fight the best version of him yet. You didn't fight him. You fought a knockoff version. Remember, you fought the bum version. He wasn't even your hardest fight. He wasn't even a tough fight. He was easy, right? Well, we know definitely the one that you saying that is a tough fight. We know Errol Spence is better than that guy. So. And I know styles make fights, but hey, for you to sit up here and say a top level guy is not a tough fight, and we know that this top level guy will beat this guy that you said is a top level fight, is a harder fight, then you already admitting when you fought this top level guy, that wasn't him at his best, which means that he had a right to ask for a rematch, which means that his fans had a right to demand a rematch. And if you say, oh, nah, I ain't gonna do that, then they had a right to also say you ducking. Okay. These guys don't be thinking, bro. These guys don't even know how to hype their own. They don't even know how to pump their own resume up. It's crazy. They make it harder for their fans. Like me, I'm a Bud fan. Makes it so hard for me when he say stupid shit. All this, like this shit crazy. Hold up. Here you go. That's what I say for the Bud fans. Do not, for these guys that jump on these channels and talk retarded and just be dick eating Bud and try to act like everything he say is good and great. I'm not that type of Bud fan, bro. Hold up. Check this out, bro. Okay. Check this out. I mean, they playing it right here, though. Like, but check this out. Terence Crawford became a 4-division champion on Saturday night in Las Vegas when he scored a unanimous decision win over Israel DoorDash. A few weeks before the fight, I spoke with Crawford and asked him about a potential rematch with Errol Spence if he defeated DoorDash. At that time, Crawford told me the possibility is still there for a rematch with Spence. Things have changed. So this is before the fight, right? This is before he beat DoorDash, I guess. So he said, at the time, Crawford told me the possibilities is still there, which means that the rematch is still there because the rematch was still there. The clause is still there. For a rematch with Spence, things have changed. So that's Crawford basically saying things have changed. What the fuck changed? Is the rematch there or not? Have the rematch changed? Just being ambiguous, pretty much, just being very vague. Speaking to the media earlier Sunday morning following his win over DoorDash. Now, this is after the fight. Remember, this whole conversation that the reporter had with Terence Crawford was before the fight, saying the rematch is still there, but things have changed. We don't know what that means. We really don't know what that means. Speaking to the media earlier Sunday morning, following his win over DoorDash, Crawford was asked if a rematch with Spence was still on the table. So they asked him again. As the media session ended, Crawford replied simply, nah. So that means, no. Not things have changed, not it's still on the table, no. But you just said you didn't fight the best version of Errol Spence according to you. You said the fight was easy. Well, the fight can't be easy, Crawford, because we know Errol Spence is way better than the person that you beaten, that you said was your hardest fight. Right? We know Errol Spence is better than that guy. This is what happens when you try to like downplay people's resumes. Then on top of that, you said, well, Errol Spence is not a Hall of Fame fighter. So you basically saying Errol Spence is not a Hall of Fame fighter. You can only base that off of how he fought you. You can't base it off his record. Don't make sense because he got pretty much the same, like a better resume than you. So you can either say it's the same or better. So you can't base it off his resume, can't base it off his accolades because he's the one that collected all 3 belts. You just took all 3 belts from him. Can't say that. So you can't say that. Right? You can't say that. You can only base it off the performance you had with him. And if you're saying, if you basing it off of the performance that you had with him, and you say he wasn't all that what it cracked up to be, because you're trying to play like it's easy to beat him, right? That means technically, right? Whoever you're saying that is your hardest fight, Errol Spence can beat him easily. So that means technically, right? That means technically, and it's not even a triangle theory. That means technically, you're admitting that you did not fight Errol Spence at his best. Because Errol Spence is way better than the person that you saying is a harder fight than him. Now, unless you say DoorDash was a harder fight than him, because DoorDash pretty much is an irky-jerky fighter, and you're not used to that style. Cool, but that don't mean that he's better than Errol Spence, and that don't mean that this guy's over Errol Spence, and that means technically Errol Spence will be still pretty much a Hall of Famer in your book, by your logic. Now, if you say somebody else, which you did say somebody else, I don't want to bring the guy up, that's a harder fighter. We definitely know Errol Spence is better than him, and pretty much it's the same style that you used to. So if you're saying that this guy fought at a higher level when you fought him than Errol Spence, then that means Errol Spence and this guy, where Errol Spence should be really at a higher level than this guy because Errol Spence is better than this guy. So that means you technically saying that Errol Spence was below this guy. So that means you didn't fight Errol Spence at his best, dude. Which means that Errol Spence won a rematch, which means that Errol Spence now going to fight you at his best. Which give Errol Spence fans the right to ask to demand a rematch. Now, if you say, nah, I don't want to fight him, that means you saying that, oh, well, I'm going to take this win and run and duck the rematch because I don't want to fight him at his best. I don't want to see him at his best. I want to just take this dub and I don't want to see him at his best. Then you duck in the rematch, bro. That's what literally, I mean, I don't even know, like, I know niggas never heard of these terms because they don't know shit about boxing. But ducking a rematch is just as bad as ducking a fight, bro. Because ducking a rematch is just as bad as ducking a fight, bro. I don't know where these guys come up with this. I don't have to rematch champions. I don't have to rematch fighters. I don't know where these guys come up with this. I can win one and I don't gotta fight you no more. That means you're ducking the rematch. That scared shit, Crawford. That scared shit, bro. You ducking the smoke, bro. But check this out. It's scared shit because of you, your mouth. It's your mouth that's making it scared shit. It's not even the Errol Spence fans, bro. It's your mouth. It's what's coming out of your mouth. It's what's validating they shit, bro.
Same question.
Your mouth.
I want your reaction. Is the Errol Spence rematch on the table still, or
nah?
All right, we're gonna wrap there.
I'm trying to tell you.
Nah, and these clowns behind them is. I'm trying to tell you, idiots. Not Bomac though.
I want your reaction. Is the Errol Spence rematch on the table still, or
Nah.
All right.
Why not? Because he's not a Hall of Fame fighter, according to you, based on the performance. Why would you just say nah, bro? You could have just said, no, it's still on the table, man. It could happen, man. We're just waiting for. You could say anything. We want to see Errol Spence at his best. We want to see him, recover. Whatever. You know, we knew he had an eye surgery. Want to see if we covered whatever. Blah blah blah. We just debating on whether or not we're gonna do it at 154 or 147. But I feel pretty good at 154, so we might do it at 154. Errol Spence said he interested in 154. So, hey, you know, we might do the same thing we did at 147. Errol Spence might go ahead and try to collect all the belts at 147. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one, and we might do it again. That would be us again. Now, now check this out. Which would make that great, what will make that story great is that if Errol Spence go to 154, take all the titles at 154 again, and Bud go to 154, had he fucking stayed at fucking 154 and not try to do this dumbass mega fight, fake mega fight, by the way, it's just a payday. Because I don't see absolutely no reason why Bud should fight Canelo. It's a dumb fight. Canelo should be fighting Benavidez, but I see absolutely no reason. I mean, so what if you beat Canelo? So you're gonna fight Caleb Plant next? You're gonna fight like Billy Sandra next? You're gonna fight like Benavidez next? Like Benavidez is 175, but I mean Benavidez is still a super middleweight. So you're gonna fight him next? You're gonna fight who you gonna fight next? Or you gonna do the Roy Jones and go back down? Retarded. Why would you go to a weight division you're not gonna stay at? It's just stupid. You see what I'm saying? It was stupid when Charlo did it, and it's stupid when he do it. But it would have made it more of a story if Errol Spence went to 154, because Errol Spence is not out of it. He only got one loss. He went to 154, dominated 154, beat those guys at 154, because I think Errol Spence could beat Tim Tszyu. I think he could beat Tim Tszyu. I think he could beat Charlo. I think he could beat only problem I think Errol Spence will have a problem with is Fendor. But I think he'll fold him. Right? And they do the rematch. Another payday. Probably a payday that was just because it's built up again. Damn, Errol Spence then dominated another weight class. Will Terence Crawford do this again in another weight class? Will he be able to beat Errol Spence again in another weight class? Now check this out. Even if Errol Spence beat you, even if Errol Spence beat you, you got another payday coming in the third fight, bro. Even if Errol Spence beat you, you got another payday coming in the third fight. It's not gonna do nothing. Matter of fact, it's gonna solidify your resume. So it's gonna make you. All these idiots think. Check this out. All these idiots think they Mayweather. For some stupid reason, they think when they get a loss, then I can't be Mayweather now. Who fuck Mayweather, bro? You can be a legendary fighter with a loss, bro. Sugar Shane, look, Sugar Shane. I mean, wait a minute. Sugar Ray Robinson is a legend, way beyond Mayweather. Mayweather is not greater than Sugar Ray Robinson. I mean, I'm gonna put this in you niggas' heads right now. Mayweather is not the greatest fighter of all time. He's not even close. He's not even close. All y'all top 5 niggas, no. He's not even close. None of these new era niggas is even close. None of them come close. Sugar Ray Robinson, yeah, he lost one time. Sugar Ray Robinson went on a 40 win streak. I mean, what, an 80 win streak or something like that after that? Not even close. And say Sugar Ray Robinson don't got no skills. Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting people like Jake LaMotta. Like defensive fighters, like, come on, we're not even gonna go there, bro. Like, we're not gonna go there, bro. I mean, this explains it all. Henry Armstrong got 200 KOs. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Yeah, I said it. Henry Armstrong got 200 KOs, bro. What are we talking about? In a harder era, bro. Niggas was fighting with 6-pound gloves, man. I don't got to keep on explaining this shit. These niggas don't come even close. The only thing you could say in the modern era, that's the only thing you could say. Box, as far as greatest of all time, Sam Lanford Street, man. We don't even got to go there. Ducked his whole life, winning the hardest fights of his whole in his whole life. Don't come close. I mean, we don't even got to talk about Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was fighting with weights on his fucking. Jack Johnson was fighting with weights in his boots. Jack Johnson was fighting with weights in his pants. His rope was weighing like over 25 pounds. He was fighting at a handicap in the heavyweight division. What are we talking about? Just to make it challenging. What are you doing? Why is we even going here? Why is we even having a discussion about being the greatest of all time? So that lets you know you're not coming close at all. Unless you planning on fighting 500 times or some stupid shit. Unless you planning on bringing back 6-pound gloves. Unless you coming back 6-ounce gloves. Unless you planning on fighting 100-round fights. Unless you planning on doing y'all not planning on doing none of this stuff. The only thing close to that is like bare knuckle fighting and all that shit that's coming out now. Y'all not planning on doing none of that. You're not about to come even close to those older guys. So stop it. Y'all don't even want to fight 15 rounds. Y'all barely make it past 12. Y'all dudes get tired in 5 rounds. How you guys think y'all gonna even compare to the older guys? Stop it. Cut it out. Stop it, bro. Stop it. And you can't say they don't have no technical defense and they don't have the level fighter that we had. Bro, where you think all that shit came from? You think y'all invented that stuff? Y'all didn't, bro. That came from them. Those guys is fighting with 6-pound gloves. They're getting knocked out, and the dude's standing over and waiting for them to get up to punch him in the jaw. Which means that when you get up, you gotta defend yourself while you getting up, bro. What is you talking? You not nowhere near their level. Stop talking about it. Stop having a discussion. Stop even debating about it. All you idiots on the internet, stop talking about that. These guys, Terence Crawford, all of them, Mayweather, don't come close. Compare them to the 80s, Michael Dunn and all of them. Compare to them. Those older guys, get out of here. Stop saying greatest of all time. They're nowhere near it. Niggas are sitting up here trying to compare Mayweather to fucking Sugar Ray Robinson, bro. Ridiculous, bro. The pound for pound was created for Sugar Ray Robinson. Basically said if he was the same size as a heavyweight, he would be able to beat the heavyweight at the heavyweight champion at the time based on skill level. You fast forward to now, these idiots got fucking Ugas on the pound for pound list. Like these guys don't even know. Like even the mainstream don't know boxing. Even the mainstream don't know boxing. Don't even know what pound for pound is even for. Pound for pound is literally to compare the little guy, if he was the same size, had equal power, to a bigger champion. That's literally what it is. Which means if the little guy don't match up to the champion, it really shouldn't even be a pound for pound. But we do have little guys that could beat Ugas if they was the same size. Terence Crawford, one of them. But that's what it's for. Not that the little guy can actually beat the bigger guy. Not that the little guy, you know what I'm saying? It's retarded, bro. It's retarded, man. It's retarded. Really, like all those little guys should be able to rise up in higher weight classes and stuff like that. They're supposed to be like, it's so much politics behind that. But not even close. So my point, what I'm saying is, stop caring about that so much, man. Stop caring about that so much. What's going to establish your legacy is who you fight. It's not establish your legacy, you becoming undefeated. You're never going to be close to those older guys. It doesn't matter if you've never been beaten. It just means you didn't fight nobody. Because when somebody look at your record and they look at other people, other champions and other people at the time, if you didn't fight them, they're going to be like, well, you didn't fight this guy. And you ain't fight this guy. And you didn't fight this guy. Yeah, you fought this guy, but you fought this guy past his prime. You didn't fight this guy until this guy got knocked out. You didn't fight this guy. You picking fights. You ain't fighting people at their best. And this is an example of that. You admitting that you didn't fight Errol Spence at his best. Now Errol Spence want to basically say, well, you know what, let's run it back, and I'm going to be in better shape, and I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to knock your head off. And you're like, no, I don't want to do that. No. You ducking the smoke then, Terence. Like, what is we doing, bro? Now, man, I beat you already. I'm gonna move on. You gonna move on? Dude, you moving on to 168? You really 147 at best. What are you talking about? Dude, what? Fuck the, how about I dominate this? How about you want to go to 154? I'm about to take these titles at 154, bro. We could do this all over again, and I see you there. Nah, fuck that. I'm about to retire. I'm about to go beat Canelo and get this money and get out of here. Bro, you can make more money with me. You can make more money with me in one fight. Matter of fact, you got 2 big paydays with me. You only got 1 with Canelo. You're not about to rematch Canelo for real. You beat Canelo. Canelo's not about to rematch you for real. You're not about to, like, seriously, like, is you gonna really stay at 168, Crawford? Like, this be real. Like, you really gonna fight like Benavidez now? You're not about to, and even if the only one you're gonna fight is Canelo, you only got 1 fight with him. You're not about to. If Turkey Al-Sheikh is gonna pay that much money for you and Canelo, he will pay that much money for the fucking rematch. Come on, stop it. Stop it. If I beat these 2 champions and beat Charlo, somebody that you supposed to be fighting, right? Turkey Al-Sheikh would pay for Charlo and you, because that got history. If I beat these 2 champions, bro, and you beat another champion, matter of fact, I collect 2 belts. I beat these 2 guys. Since I lost, I beat these 2 guys. I'll fight these 2 guys and beat them. But you scared to fight another one? You scared to fight another champion? I get all 3 of the belts then again. If you don't collect another 154 belt, then we meet again. You think Turkey Al-Sheikh wouldn't pay for that, bro? You think he wouldn't pay big money for that fight? You think that wouldn't be a big fight? Why do black people feel that they have to share the spotlight with Mexicans? I really don't fucking understand, bro. I really don't understand, bro. Everybody talk about that Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight. Everybody. Which means that it's going to be a bigger fan base coming there to see that fight again. I say Errol Spence knock out Terence Crawford. Guess what's going to happen in that 3rd fight? And if Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, if Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, okay, you still got another payday. Where's that other payday? Then you could go for Canelo. But you're going to go for Canelo first. Cool. You don't want more money? $1 million ain't the same $1 million no more. Inflation. Facts. Niggas be talking all that. Oh, I only draw GMCs, bro. You just say you bought your wife a Mercedes, bro. Them ain't no cheap ass cars. You just said you got some supercar. You try to say you ain't had them. You say you bought a new house, built a new house and all that. That costs money, man. I ain't never heard nobody say I don't need money. You say you got in the game. I ain't even about to even go there, but that's his money. But you talking about you want to establish a legacy, bro? You just sat up here and said that you fought somebody not at their best, and now they calling for a rematch to fight you at their best, and now you saying, "No, I'm gonna duck the smoke." Ducking. You don't duck smoke, bro. We don't duck smoke, bud. That's a duck in my book. So, and I'm a Bud fan, bro. But I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. I don't like him fighting Canelo and not doing a rematch, bro. Even if Bud were to say, well, I'm going to stay at 154 and I'm going to go ahead and collect like 2 titles here. And I'm going to try to be undisputed here. Cool. Well, you know, Earl want to do that too. So, you know, Earl want to do that too. So y'all do what y'all do. Plus, you got some unfinished business down there. Them facts. You got unfinished business down there. Them facts. You really got unfinished business in 147, for real. But 154 is close enough. You know what I'm saying? You already arguing with the niggas. I mean, you arguing with the nigga's sister and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I mean, for real. Fucking Keyshawn Davis should not have to handle your light work, bro. That's really like your shit, though. But like, I'm gonna be real. Like, that's really like your beef, for real. That shit with you and T.O., that's really your beef, for real. Like, I know it's really started with Keyshawn, but it translated to you, though. You the one that lightweight went to him and smacked the nigga. You the one that lightweight went to him and put your arm around the dude. And you the one that's lightweight arguing with the nigga's sister, bro. All of that shit, really, honestly, for you, I'm gonna put it to you like that, man. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? You kind of ducking that too, bro. Like, I'm just gonna keep it gully, man. Niggas gonna have to start getting in the ring behind a lot of this, bro. But me personally, I think all the black boxers should really boycott Teofimo Lopez for the nonsense that he's doing. I think he need to be boycotted, bro. But a lot of that is aimed at you, though, bud. I'm gonna be real. So you got a lot of unfinished business, man. And listen, man, Boots too, bro. You got a lot of unfinished business, man. And I think a lot of that is like, oh man, Boots might get a belt before me. And now it's me, Boots, and Errol. And I might have to fight him again, and then I might have to fight. Like, come on now. Errol could get a belt, Boots could get a belt, you could get a belt. Those are 3 fights that could take place. It don't gotta be just 4 kings in the lightweight division. It could be 3 kings in a middleweight, in the super welterweight division. Why can't we have that? I don't know why y'all niggas. Matter of fact, it would be 4 kings because you got Charlo, and all 4 of you guys fight each other. And yeah, you guys is gonna lose, bro. You guys is gonna beat each other, bro. The fans is not gonna say, "Oh man, he a bum" because of that. Because guess why? Because you guys are fighting the absolute best in the division. And can't nobody sit up here and say anything about you guys because y'all fighting the best in the division. Because you guys are the only ones there that's the best. Y'all better than everybody else. Now y'all fighting each other. Okay, somebody's about to lose. That's what make it exciting, bro. Everybody can't win, bro. Now, if you beat all 3 of them, now, okay, you the top dog. It's called playing King of the Hill. I'm gonna make another video about that, bro. Because it seems like it's only one guy that played King of the Hill, and he's a real pound for pound. I mean, let's be real, man. The last real pound for pound was Roy Jones. Let's keep it factual. Let's keep it factual. The last real pound for pound was Roy Jones, and really, honestly, I could say Andre Ward, but I know a lot of these lames is going to get mad at me and argue with me and cuss me out and all that because they Mayweather fans, bro. I'm going to keep it gully. I didn't have all of these debates before. So I would just say Roy Jones, man. Should I go to his record? I'm gonna say that for another video. I'll say that for another video. Let's keep it the bud. Let's keep it the topic. Bro, you got unfinished business, man. This don't look good, bud. This don't look good, bud.
We're gonna wrap it.
Same question.
And shit ain't and the shit it's your fans, man. It's us. It's us. And I'm a Bud fan. It's us, bro. It's these clowns on YouTube making these videos. This is why I'm coming back. I'm coming back, bro. It's us, man.
What's your reaction? Is the Errol Spence rematch on the table still, or?
Nah.
All right, we're gonna wrap it.
I'm trying to tell you.
What's funny about that? And bro, you thought that was funny. What was funny about that? What's funny? Why y'all laughing?
Same question, but I want your reaction. Is the Errol Spence rematch on the table still, or?
Nah.
Why is it not? Why it's not on the table, bud? Who took it off the table? Only one that could take it off the table was you. Who took it off the table, bud? Why is this even funny? Why is this a joke? Why is Duck and Smokes funny? It's not funny, bud. Nobody's laughing.
All right, we're gonna wrap it.
I'm trying to tell you.
Only Spence haters laughing, bro. Nobody's laughing at that, bud. Nobody think that funny. That's not funny at all. I don't know why people laughing at that. That's not funny. It's unclear what changed. It's unclear what has changed in the past few weeks. Though Spence was initially supposed to challenge Sebastian Fundura for his WBC and WBO title at 154, which would have been good, a good fight. Which means Spence would have had 2 titles at that point if he would have won. However, that fight has been postponed. We all know. I mean, this is pretty old, so we all know why that was postponed. But yeah, I don't see what's funny about that. I don't know why people think that's funny. That's not funny. So yeah, bud, man, you got. I'm just gonna keep it gully. You know what I'm saying? That's Duck and Smoke. That's ducking a rematch, man. That's not funny. That's not cute. I don't know why Bud think that's funny, but yeah, that's ducking a rematch, Bud. And we don't duck smoke, man. We don't do that. So we definitely have unfinished business to take care of. One of them will be the rematch, man. And I will be calling for the rematch for now. Now I'm calling for the rematch because you said, I mean, listen, if you're gonna say a nigga not Hall of Fame and you undisputed with him, you was in an undisputed match with him, you're gonna have to show us why he's not Hall of Fame. Because and then on top of that, you admitted that you didn't fight him at his best. Because you basically said that, well, you downgraded the fight because you was like, oh, he don't even hit hard. Like, I mean, so that means Errol Spence wasn't hitting you at his hardest. And then you're gonna say, oh, well, yeah. And then I'm like, that's it. Like, this ain't nothing. Like, this is easy. Like, this is not even my hardest fight. And then you tell us who was your hardest fight, who was a hard fight, which was harder than Errol Spence, we could assume. And Errol Spence beat the brakes off that guy. Errol Spence will beat the brakes off that guy. Easy. It won't even be hard for Errol Spence. Which means that you admitting right now that Errol Spence didn't fight you at his best. He lost a step or whatever. According to you. Not according to Errol Spence fans. It's not according to Errol Spence. It's really according to you. Because you trying to downplay a damn fight. Then you try to downplay the whole fighter. See, when you try to downplay a fighter that's already established, that everybody already know is good, it's the goods. Everybody gonna go, well, wait a minute, you just didn't fight him at his best. Because if he was that easy, and we know he's not that easy, and then you telling us about another guy that we know he can beat, then you didn't fight him at his prime. So I mean, you gotta fight him again. You gotta fight him at his prime, bro. Because I mean, you didn't really beat him. You beat a lesser version of him, and you admitting it. That's what make it worse. So, yeah, man, you got unfinished business, bro. That's what you should be doing right now, bro. But I don't want Errol Spence to rematch him right now. I want Errol Spence to really get those titles, bro. Let's make this fight exciting. Because now it's no goddamn question that he's Hall of Fame. Oh, bro, I just came up here and took 2 titles, bro. How am I not Hall of Fame right now? And I'm knocking on your door again. Now I'm knocking on your door. Because at first I was the A side. But you could be the A side now. Now I'm fucking with you. What's up? Not my fans fucking with you now. What's up? Because that's what Errol Spence fans doing to us right now. They can say right now, what's up? Your man just admitted that he ain't fight my man at his best. What's up? My man ready now. You think he ain't ready? Oh, hold up. Hold up. Hold up, Crawford. This was going on in these streets, Crawford. Get the fuck out of the damn suburbs.
Well, the latest is, you know, we signed and contracted to do a rematch, and that's.
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
You know.
Hold up.
Well, the latest is, you know, we signed.
Hold up. There it is. Hold up. Crawford, dig this. Hold up. I hate to do this to my nigga, man. Got to, though. And this is what all the Bud fans, all these little Bud Crawford channels should be doing right now. Sports Biz, all y'all niggas should be doing this right now. But I gotta fucking do it. I was in retirement for boxing. But I gotta do it. I gotta do this, bro. I gotta do this, man.
It's tucked in.
Hold up. Hold up. Here he is. Hold up, y'all. Shit crazy. This shit crazy, man. I gotta do it, y'all. My bad, y'all. And I'm a Bud fan, but my bad, y'all. I gotta do it, man. Crawford ducked his smoke. I'm looking at him a different way. Here he is. That man wasn't at his best, bro. He said he ready.
Today, March 1st, 2025.
You heard what he said. It's 2025, Crawford. That don't look like no man trying to get no surgery, bro. That man's still flexing, bro. He ain't beat yet, bro. He talking like he wants to smoke, bud.
I gotta stop capping on me, man. The only reason I look overweight in that picture is because I had on like 3 sweaters.
Errol Spence has begun preparations for his...
He talking crazy, bud. I got the official fucking Instagram, too. He talking crazy, bud. He happy, nigga.
His rematch against Terence Crawford, as he recently revealed on social media. There has been much speculation recently regarding the rematch of Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford's rematch. Seeing the recent controversy that broke out between the two fighters, the pair of former welterweight champions have made headlines repeatedly over the past...
This is 1 month ago. Bud, this is 1 month ago, bruh. Hold up.
few weeks. First, because of Terence Bud Crawford's claim about Errol Spence's Hall of Fame status.
Say, man, we working, man. We working. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't wake me up for real.
Nah, bro. Nah. Hey, going on vacation, not bringing your running shoes, it's like going on a dinner date and not bringing your wallet, man.
Oh, man. Oh,
God damn, man. We went, man. We went up, man. And we ain't missed one.
Second, because Errol Spence took his claims...
What we talking about? Kids want to cut the grass and shit. Hold up. Let's rewind that. But this nigga happy, bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't wake me up for real.
Nah, bro. Nah.
That's Frank Martin? That's Frank Martin, bruh.
Going on vacation, not bringing your running shoes, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
He ain't wake me
That
up
man said he on vacation.
Because of Terence Bud Crawford's
That man
claim-
said he was on vacation, bud. He ain't thinking about that shit, but he ain't even thinking about that loss, bro. He don't even give a fuck. He ain't even thinking about that shit, bro. You know why he's not thinking about that, bud? Because he know, and he know that you know now that was not his best. And he know that you ducking smoke with the best. Bro, bud, this nigga is saying he the best, bro.
Claim about
Still.
Errol Spence's Hall of Fame status.
Say, man, we working, man. We working. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't wake me up for real.
Nah, bro. Nah. Hey, Going on vacation, not bringing your running shoes. It's like going on a dinner date and not bringing your wallet, man. God damn, man. We went, man. We went up, man. And we this one.
Second, because Errol Spence took his claims personally and called him out to a rematch.
Called him out. He called you out again, bud. You did. I mean, listen, bro. You did this, bro. You did this, bro. You could have moved on, gave that man his props, said you fought him at his best. No, you had to downplay the fight. That was the. I let that slide. Then you gonna say, oh well, no, he ain't Hall of Fame, bro. So that mean you didn't fight a Hall of Fame fighter yet. Who is a Hall of Fame fighter in your shit then, bud? I'll have to say this for another video.
Crawford hasn't sounded very interested in the rematch, seeing he has his gaze fixed on Canelo Alvarez. However, in a boxing world where Saudi boxing mogul, His Excellency Turki Alalshik, is the main broker, almost anything is possible. And the fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence seems like something Turki Alalshik will be very much interested in.
All facts. All facts. These is all facts, bud. Turki would definitely be interested in this rematch. I bet you Turki is more interested in his rematch than he is with the Canelo fight. I guarantee you that. Turki, along with everybody else, want Canelo to fight Benavidez. These is facts. They're not fucking thinking about you fighting fucking Canelo, but if you think that this is a mega fight, you was out your mind, and you was out your mind. You was very, no, bruh, you know this is a payday. Let's just keep it all the way gully, bro. The big fight is you and Spence, Canelo and Benavidez.
But moving on, there have also been claims regarding Turki Alalshik.
This is a replacement fight.
Planning for their
we can't get the fight we want.
Rematch out of the blue as a co-main event fight in the Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull card remains a possibility. Notwithstanding, Crawford's claims renewed a rivalry that ended in one of the most brutal ways in recent boxing history. A fight that was perceived as a 50-by-50 fight suddenly became a mismatch, with Crawford dominating every second of every round, dropping Spence in as early as the second round and dropping him 2 more times before the fight was called off by the referee in the 9th round. Now, Spence has flaunted his shape, having resumed training for his fight against Crawford. He's really getting back in the ring, and he's set to confront a known demon, the same one that laid him off for 2 years. Clearly, Derek James is out of Errol Spence's camp, hence his belief in his training may have come from getting a new trainer.
I talked to Errol, I was like, man, I apologize, not for what I said, but for how I acted. Because I don't believe in apologizing. If I really meant something, I'm not going to apologize. And no, man, don't worry about that, he said, because 2 days before the fight, tempers rise, everybody's, sitting more, so yeah. This is what it is. When you hear people talk about you.
You talking back with Derek James, Crawford? You want them two to get back together? Nah, you gotta have them two get back together. You want to fight him at his best. You should now be, since you said all that, the narrative should now be Crawford want to fight Errol Spence at his best. That should be the narrative now. Since you didn't downplay it and said, since you didn't said out your mouth, yeah, but he really wasn't all that. Yeah, man, and he really wasn't even hitting me that hard. He couldn't even touch me. And I fought this guy, and that was a harder fight. And everybody gonna say, well, Spence is definitely better than that guy. Crawford, what the fuck is you saying right now? Spence is definitely better than that guy. Spence will beat the hell out of that guy. What are you talking about? You would knock that guy out. Look, are you lightweight admitting right now that you did not fight Spence at his best? Y'all got a rematch. You got a rematch, Spence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you see this, Spence Spence getting in shape. He's saying he's going to fight a known demon. Derrick James getting back cool with Spence. What's going on?
I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know nothing.
Not even a hint of maybe going to the rematch at 154.
Oh, I mean that part. I mean, I'm sure they already, they already signed that or whatever. But I don't know anything about that either. But I just know what they talk about.
No, let's get to Spence.
Probably October, November.
October, November.
You gotta wait to hear from me. I'm looking for I'm looking for a coach right now. So
I'm gonna hand you like people, and so he said what he said or whatever. But and then even afterwards, he said really I'm just like I shouldn't have engaged.
Nothing has been decided, Edwards told Mill City Boxing. We're just cool. That's it.
Look like he about to get his coach back, bro.
I'm out, working with people and trying to see who I mesh with. And I have some news real soon. But I try to stay low as possible.
So drained, you won't be so depleted or whatever. I mean, you'll see, that wasn't the issue.
Is 154 the fight? Crawford? 154 is when you gonna fight him at his best? I mean, if it's it's ducking. I mean, there is this not an ultimatum. It's not no. If it's you're ducking. Oh, I beat him bad. But you admitted that he wasn't even him. You just said he wasn't him. You said he wasn't all that. He wasn't this. That's why you beat him bad. We know he's better than the people that you're saying that is bad. Everybody know that. It's not even an argument. So if you're saying that when you fought him, he fought worse than the guys that we know that he can beat, it's not even a triangle theory. It's just basically on effort and skill. And when you fought him, when we know that he can beat these guys, that's way easy for him with his style, and you fighting a similar style, that means you didn't fight him at his level, at his best. Like, I don't even know how many ways I could how many scenarios I could give you, how many ways I could explain it. That is what you're doing when you say shit like that. Then, when that guy asks for a rematch, you justified the rematch by basically saying, oh, what? It wasn't, I thought it was going to be more, but it wasn't. Yeah, it should be more. That's his response. That's his fans. That's his response. Yeah, it should be more. I got more. That wasn't me. Now I'm about to give you me. What's up? What's up? No. Yeah. What's, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro. No, what you mean, no? You ducking. I ain't duck you. That's what he going. That's all the response, bro. You're not getting that, bro? Like, you're not getting that, bud? You ducking me then? No, man, I ain't about to fight. You don't want to fight? I ain't duck you. That's what it is, bro. That's how you moving, bud? That's not legacy shit, bro. That's not, I completed all my accolades. I did everything. Stop it, bro. Here's where it's about to cash in at. Cause this is a big fight. This is not no poo-putt fight. This is not no bragging right fight. This is a big fight. This is a solidifier. That's what this is. So yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. I know I said it multiple times, man. And yeah, man, all you clowns talking about all this stuff about resumes, man, I definitely prove that they pretty much got the same resume. Like you literally, if you're gonna call all those people Terence Crawford bums, then I can literally do the same to Errol Spence. That means all those same people is bums under Errol Spence, because those people that Terence Crawford beat those guys that y'all guys said that they're saying is great. I could do the exact same thing. So how about you just give people their props for fighting the best and they came up short? And ask for our fan base, Bud fans, we need to call Bud out on his bullshit. Because Bud is running around saying that he didn't fight Spence at his best. It's clear that Bud is saying that. But at the same time, he's saying he's not going to give Bud his rematch. I mean, he's not going to give Spence his rematch. Which means that he's technically ducking smoke, bro. So, yeah, man. I think that's a fair analysis, right? And we could go from there. I'm out.